Returning to where we left off in last episode, Team 5 has spotted something in the horizon and is slowly making their way towards it. What could it be? Well, it turns out to be a gold pressure plate on the ground, but what could possibly be with that? Well, Pi decides to take a step on it, and here's a sizzle, and everybody runs away because someone made a TNT trap, and even though it didn't exactly damage anyone, someone's definitely going to be excited about that. Personal win, perhaps? It's definitely something fun to look at. I'm sure that Pi knew that something was up with that, but it looks like it still surprised the guys to actually find some TNT down there. I'm sure they know that they're being watched. Over at the solo pack, he is digging down deep, a 2x1 hole down to the bottom of the world. I don't know if he's looking for a place to recuperate a little bit. I doubt he will really waste a lot of time looking for gold, because he's going to have quite a bit at the moment. Team number 6, on the other hand, is on the move on the surface. There are only 2 left at this point, so it's going to be a little risky, but they don't seem to let it stop them. Hopefully they can stay together and stay strong. There, Raven, don't leave Simba behind. Hopping over to team number 3, we have the guys up on the surface and they're still cutting down trees and waiting for apples. I'm sure they're almost ready now though, so we should see them at least try to find some other teams very soon. And there's Poppy joining the others. They certainly managed to find some diamonds, getting themselves geared up a little bit, so they are going to pose a threat to the others. Even if they're possibly not the strongest team at this very moment, they do stand a good chance. Oh, be careful, Bash, you have a creeper following you. Sure, one of the others has warned him by now, and yes, Bash turns around and takes on the creeper, making sure that it won't blow him up. Have they spotted something in the distance? Or think they have? They're definitely making a cautious approach. No, it doesn't look like it was a player. At least they've decided to turn around and continue running. Hopping back to team number 5, we are still on the move. Moved ahead from the little bit of surprise they found back there to try and find another team, not wasting too much time around, while team number 3 has made their way into the extreme hills biome and is also looking for trouble. Oh, what do they see here? Team number 3 has found one of the high points and has spotted team number 5 down in the field below. Will they try to engage them? Or what will happen? At this point it looks like they're just looking. Perhaps they don't want to engage them yet. Perhaps they are thinking that they're already too far away. At least at this point they are not going to take a shot. Eventually they will have to run into them though, so question if it is better to face off against them now, or if they're going to go for one of the weaker teams first to try and get themselves up a little bit. Looks like Team 5 has split up a little bit here. I wonder if they're looking for something specific or just trying to cover a little more ground. It might not be the safest in case one of the people that has headed off gets flanked by an enemy team, but I'm sure that at this point they really just want to find some combat. And it looks like once again they have managed to find traces of team number 1. Here, a little bit of another brick left on the ground. But still no traces of team number 1 other than that. Bapp is on the move and I'm sure he's moving fast. There he is, running into the pine forest. Moving quickly, so it's probably going to be him finding others, I'd imagine. For some reason though, he's going for a spruce tree. It doesn't really give apples, so he might be needing some wood. Team number 5 has found another trace. A monument left by Pack with Jackarou, Pyro and Paul's head on it. A little bit of an eerie feeling, but perhaps this would be a good spot to at least wait. We're going to have to see. The guys have been moving around a lot, so they might just put down camp. Team number 3 has decided to stay on their little mountain top and are waiting and keeping a lookout to see if something else happens, while team number 1 is preparing his wood here. And just as that happens, Simba finally loses the battle with her connection and leaves the battle, leaving Raven all alone. Yet he does not know this. So, at this point, he has decided to stay in that spot, hoping that she will return while he's grinding some gravel anyway for arrows. Might as well get himself prepared for the battles. Team number 5 has decided to leave another little greeting here, and they look to be sticking around for a little bit. Over there in the back we have a little bit of a scarecrow. Ghaultdos' head has apparently survived and are now decorating the field. It looks like Team 5 is going to stick around. They have been moving around a lot, so I could imagine that the guys are a little tired of running by now. Maybe trying another tactic to hopefully make another team find them rather than them finding the other team. Team number 1, Deepak, is still in the spruce forest. Apparently he is right on the edge of the mega tiger. It's funny how the guys are all following the same kind of path, but yet they have trouble finding each other. Taking a look back at team number 3, they're still on their mountaintop and they haven't moved yet. It looks like nighttime is starting to approach though. I see the reddening out there in the horizon, so it will be dark soon. The question is, will the guys decide to stay there on the mountaintop, continue through the field, or will they dig down? I'm assuming at this point that they will probably stay at the top, since they have already sort of decided to stay there. It looks like Raven, on the other hand, have decided to park himself in top of a tree, while team number 5 has holed out at the high sign that they put up, back at the monuments with the heads on them. It looks like they might be spending the night here as well. We'll have to wait and see what happens. It looks like I was right. Team number 3 has not moved from the mountaintop yet. They are just moving around, keeping track of any approaching mobs and making sure that they're not getting snuck up by other teams. While Pack has, what it looks like, put himself up on a pillar to take a little bit of a look, maybe trying to spot some light from other teams. I'm sure at this point that he's not afraid of the dark, because with the gear that he has on, he will probably take close to no damage even from a fully powered skeleton shot. So unless he plays very, very dumb, he should be nigh invincible. Over at team number 3, we are still on the mountaintop, and it looks like we're going to spend the night here, while team number 5 spends the night in the field near the monuments. Team number 6 though is like a birdie sitting in a really tall tree. Like a birdie. It looks like Raven is staying in the same spot, still hoping that Simba will return. But it's not looking too good. A lot of time has passed and she might not be able to return to the game. With the foresight of editing, I do know that she will not return, unfortunately, so he will soon have to give up on her. He is now reduced to the second one-man team, and unfortunately, compared to Deepak, he is not in as good a spot. Team number 1, Deepak, is on the move as the only team at this point, running through the landscape, currently making his way in through a forest. He looks to be in a position where he does not care about whatever mobs he might face in there. Not even caring about the spider on his tail, he is just going to run for it. Even if it does hit him, it's not going to do much damage, even though he will certainly feel it after a little while. Just as I say that though, he runs into the field and sees some light. We know that he is very close on the trail of another team now. It could be that he just manages to find them. And just as he makes his way up the hill here, does he spot something in the horizon? We know that team number 5 is very close. Could that be them over there? Well, we'll have to wait and see, because this is how episode 12 comes to an end. Thank you for watching.